Hey everyone, welcome to week 3 of Groups. Here is your Sunday message recap. This week we're talking about the Beatitude that says, "Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy." Now, mercy is not a word that you and I probably use in our everyday language. We might use the word grace, or we might talk about forgiveness, but mercy is very unique. See, most of life we see relationships as a kind of relationship of reciprocity. So as long as you do for me what I do for you, then we're good. As long as you are as kind to me as I am to you, as long as you are as available to me as I am to you, as long as you invite me like I invite you, then we're good. As long as it's even, then that is a healthy relationship. Yet mercy is a kind of love, and mercy is a kind of relationship that says no matter what you do, no matter whether you would do the same for me or not, no matter whether you are a complete stranger that most likely would leave me on the side of the road for dead, I will still show you extravagant mercy. And the reason that Jesus calls us to that is because we are to live like he did. He's the ultimate example of mercy. We dove into the parable of the Good Samaritan, where there's this religious expert that's trying to trap Jesus into this hypothetical situation. And so he says, Jesus, how do I inherit life? And he says, love the Lord with everything that you have, and then love your neighbor as yourself. And Jesus says, yeah, absolutely, you got it right. Now go and do that. And that's where the expert gets a little squirrely. He's like, geez, Jesus caught me. Like, I know all the right answers. I just don't want to do any of them. And so Jesus launches into this parable called the parable of the Good Samaritan. And it tells us that there was this man on his way from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he gets attacked and robbed and stripped and left for dead. And two really religious people walk right by him. I mean, they see him, they know he needs help. They had just left worship, and they pass him by. And then we meet the Good Samaritan, this person that had nothing in common with the victim on the road, that had no guarantee that he would be paid back for his kindness. He stops and he shows him the mercy. We're going to read that tonight, and we're going to dive into it. But it's such a unique experience because we live in a culture that's actually pretty merciless. We revel in the failures of other people. We celebrate in the downfalls of famous celebrities. It makes us feel a little bit better about ourselves when other people are struggling. And here comes Jesus, and he says, actually, mercy is greater than judgment. We don't blame the victim for being on the side of the road. We don't say he should have known better. We don't say that, well, I would never have done that. We stop and we help people in their biggest moment of need, not because we're really good people, because I'm not. We do it because Jesus went first. In 1 Peter, which you're going to read at the end of the night, you're going to see the example that Jesus set. That while we were still his enemies, while we were still rejecting him, while we were still pushing him away, while we were still saying, hey, thanks for the grace, but thanks, but no thanks, Jesus still laid his life down so that you and I could live free, so that we could live eternally, when we definitely would not have done that for him. He is the greatest example of mercy. And my bet is, and what I'd like for us to talk about tonight, is that a church defined by mercy, a church defined by loving those people that would never love them in return, could radically transform a community. So glad you're a group tonight. Excited to dig into the conversation. Thanks for being with Mission City.